Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Crackin Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. That's right, back again with 3 more packs of Core Set 2013. I had a great time. I have a story to tell all of you. Are you ready for the story? We're gonna do it while we're cracking these packs. Story is, I just kind of like started dabbling in playing at an LGS around the time of 2013's release. Prior to this, I had only really been playing kitchen table Magic, like with friends, doing drafts ourselves at home, that kind of stuff. When 2013 came out, I actually had a friend of mine that was like, "Hey, let's go to this local game store near us." At the time, we were living in Burlington, Ontario, so it was Conspiracy Comics. And I went there, and I played some 2013, and I think it was like round 1. I think it was like round 1 or round 2 of the pre-release. It was the pre-release for 2013, and I my opponent had both Jace and Liliana in their deck, and I was like, seriously, like what is this nonsense? And they crushed me, absolutely crushed me. So then when the game was over, they were like, "Hey, have you ever played Commander?" And I said, "No, I've never played Commander. I don't know anything about the format. I know nothing about what it's going on." Well, he's like, "I've got 2 decks. Do you want to learn? And I can teach you how to play." And I was like, "Okay." So he pulls out the 2 decks. He hands me one. I kind of like do a quick shuffle through it, look at it, go, "Okay, cards, I get it, right?" I have no idea how to play the format. I have no idea what his deck really does because he didn't really give me like a synopsis of what the deck is trying to achieve, right? And so we start playing. Turn like 4 or 5, he kills me with like an infinite combo from his deck. And I was like, "Well, that was fun." Okay. He's like, "You want to play again?" I'm like, "No. No, I don't." And that was my introduction to Commander. That was the first game of Commander I'd ever played. And the reason I didn't play Commander until just recently is because of that incident. So just keep that in mind out there, everybody. If you're teaching new people to play a new format, don't go off on them with an infinite combo on turn 5 after giving them no explanation of how to run the deck that you've handed them. Just so that we're all on the same page. Our first rare here is Redirect. I got really distracted there by my story, but I had to share that with you. It was a fun little story that I have about 2013, and one of the reasons why I wanted to open this set is because it has such a, even though that memory wasn't, even though that instance of playing Commander wasn't great for me, it's a fun story to tell people. Do you know what I mean? It kind of, really explains or shows a good example of how not to teach people to play Magic. Just so that we're all on the same page. It's definitely not how you teach people to play Magic. Knight of Infamy, Augur of Bolas, Cower in Fear, and, good old Thragtusk. Remember Thragtusk? I remember Thragtusk. Thragtusk is a great little card. Got a soldier token. Oh, and we got a foil. Ooh, that's a gorgeous looking island in foil, by the way. So we got our little island and our soldier token, but we got this foil island. Absolutely gorgeous art. Very nice. So, I mean, Redirect and Thragtusk are both not bad little rares. I'm totally okay with this. Well, it is our Crackin hatchling. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, we got Angelic Benediction. Monvuli Beast Tracker. Cleaver Riot. Not Clever, Cleaver Riot. And, a Drowned Catacombs. Well, yes, I will take that. So, this box has been pretty good to us so far. We've hit, 3 mythics so far out of this box. We've hit 2 lands. We hit a Thragtusk. We also hit, what else? We hit another good rare, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. This Thragtusk is miscut, too. I don't know if you can see that, but, look at how small that top border is. Look at that. Look at how off-center this is. And compared, right? You can see the difference in these 2 cards, right? Look at the difference on that. Crazy. That is a very off-center Thragtusk. Not off-center enough to be considered a worthwhile misprint, because you really, with miscuts and misprints, you really want to see the top or the bottom of another card on the card. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how much you want it to be off. If the bottom of this card, if we had cut this off at the top and you essentially lost that whole green section and still had the name, but at the bottom you would have had like a line of the card below it, it would be worth a bunch more to people that collect misprints. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. I hope you enjoyed my little story of 2013 and my first toe dip into the EDH Commander format. As well as, you know, just a nice little story about 2013 and how I got crushed in the second round of a pre-release with a guy that had a deck with Jace and Liliana in it. What a ridiculous, ridiculous scenario to be in. Thank you so much, everyone. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.